Good morning. This is KELOLAND On The Go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
A Sioux Falls man who claims to have accidentally killed a man with an AK-47 is back behind bars. Police arrested David Randall Jr. Tuesday afternoon. He was wanted for violating parole, and when police found him in the central part of town, he allegedly tried to get away. Police say he hit a squad car, drove on the sidewalk, and struck a retaining wall inside the car. Authorities say they found several pills. In this latest case, he faces drug and aggravated assault charges.
Randall first made headlines in 2015. He was drunk and high when he shot and killed a man. In that case, a judge sentenced him to 40 years in prison, but most of the sentence was suspended, so he was released on parole in 2020. We looked back at his criminal history, and this appears to be at least the 8th case filed against him since his release. A man wanted for parole violations is being held on a $500,000 bond after allegedly running from law enforcement, breaking into a home, and kidnapping a man inside. Sioux Falls police say it started when highway patrol troopers tried to stop 28-year-old Mario Murdoch Tuesday afternoon.
Police say Murdoch ended up ramming into a patrol car and driving away. He later crashed his car near 13th and Duluth and took off running. Police say Murdoch then broke into a nearby home, forcing a 66-year-old man into a room and holding him there.
At one point while he was holding him, the suspect threatened to kill the victim. The suspect did not have any weapons, but the victim was not aware of that.
Murdoch faces a long list of charges, including kidnapping and aggravated assault. Police say he also had a small amount of meth and has an outstanding warrant. Shortly after issuing a reward, Aberdeen police located a second person of interest in a missing persons case. On Monday, the department listed 38-year-old Kyle Threelegs as one of two people seen with Simon Deng on October 23rd. Same night, Deng went missing.
The other person, Joshua Ortley, was arrested this week in Sioux Falls. Ortley appeared in court Wednesday afternoon on charges in Minnehaha County. He is being held on a $10,000 bond.
Now let's send it over to meteorologist Scott Munn for a check of our morning forecast. Another wintry day out there, Scott.
That it is. Cold air is in place. We have these flurries, light snow showers from time to time. Keep in mind the strong winds from the northwest. Wind gusts may approach 40 in eastern KELOLAND. That will help pick up any loose snow, blow it around. Could give you a couple of slick areas, not only for this morning, but for the afternoon. And for today, let's go with steady temperatures. Numbers mainly in the 20s. More details on your forecast with Brian coming up.
Thank you, Scott. As our temperatures fall, ice may be starting to form on open water. Sioux Falls Fire Rescue is making sure crews are ready if someone needs help on the ice. The department held ice rescue training yesterday.
Firefighters wore special suits to protect them from cold water and help them float. Fire Rescue adds that ice conditions are dangerous this time of year and asks that people avoid lakes and rivers until conditions improve. SDSU President Barry Dunn is apologizing after a drag show was held on campus. The event was described on the university's website as kid-friendly and encouraged tipping of the performers. Dunn said, quote, "We apologize for the miscommunication pertaining to the drag show in the university student union."
Dunn says registered student organizations are allowed to sponsor lawful events on campus. This event was put on by the Gender and Sexualities Alliance and was not supported by university funds. A nurses' union in Minnesota is voicing concerns after Sanford and Fairview Health announced their intent to merge and publicly acknowledge negotiations. The Minnesota Nurses Association is calling for a seat at the table in merger talks.
They pointed out Sanford's multi-million-dollar payout to former CEO Kelby Krabenhoft, who parted ways with the health system following an email he sent to Sanford staff November 2020. Minnesota's Attorney General's office has opened an investigation into the possible merger. You can find a link to the letter from Minnesota nurses in a KELOLAND.com original by Eric Mayer.
City, county, and state officials want your input on the new I-29 interchange at 85th Street in southern Sioux Falls. There will be an open house this evening at 5:30 at the Sioux Falls Lutheran School. Crews will have displays to explain the project.
The public can also ask questions and provide their input about the construction. If you cannot attend the meeting, you can send an email with your comments to the City of Sioux Falls or the South Dakota Department of Transportation. It's the giving season, and right now you can give to a child in need overseas. This week is National Collection Week for Operation Christmas Child Shoeboxes.
The project has community members fill a shoebox with toys and necessities for those in need overseas. It's a great way for families to work together to create something to give away this holiday season.
The joy that my grandchildren have when they go through and they pick out stuff, and like Jackson said this year, I really pick out stuff that I think maybe I would like to receive that I know he won't get.
The last day to drop off the boxes are November 21st at First Evangelical Free Church in Sioux Falls. And that's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, recapping the headlines today. Winter storm warning still in effect for the northern Black Hills. That is affecting Lead, Deadwood, as far as school today being closed. And keep in mind, too, there have been several other announcements on clothesline this morning. A lot of that pertaining to some of these areas where we anticipate blowing snow and where it's a little deeper snowpack, even some drifting occurring in the north central. Now, northeast KELOLAND, I have to acknowledge that, too, here. Sisseton, Webster, we have advisories for blowing snow as well. The bottom line is you kind of throw in a combination of winds, 40-mile-an-hour range, falling temperatures with the Arctic front, and yeah, you know how that goes across those roadways. And at times that will restrict visibility. Temperature-wise, on our latest hourly forecast, I would say generally starting in the 20s, falling into the teens. With the wind chill is also going downhill, and it looks pretty likely tonight we will be sub-zero on wind chills throughout all of KELOLAND. Even air temperatures might even briefly dip below zero in Aberdeen. And tomorrow, I can't rule out some more light snow flurries. This has been a very persistent pattern. Negligible amounts, though, as we really, for the most part, have generated light snow for the majority of us. 20s, though, in today's forecast. Again, as noted, things are falling. 7-day forecast, 20 tomorrow, Sioux Falls, 21 on Saturday. And then the days leading up to Thanksgiving, we start to moderate a little bit here. Upper 30s, low 40s. I wouldn't call that warm, but it's not as cold. And it looks like Aberdeen also trying to get back into the 30s. We'll kind of keep that, the lid under that a little bit just due to some increased snow cover in your vicinity. Pierre also looking at 30s in the extended forecast, days 5 through 7. At the point that we get to Thanksgiving, the latest date is trying to push a system out of the northwest. And in a scenario like that, I would be cautious to draw a lot of particulars, although the general concept, in my view, would be to keep things warmer in western South Dakota. And what may end up happening is we may get a day or two where we actually get some 50s in the west. So keep watching for that. More details online at KELOLAND.com.